Hi, I'm Jane. I live in Utah up against these Wasatch Mountains, and today I am working on more winter sowing. This is exciting. We have a whole week in the 70s. Can you still winter sow? Yep, you can. You can winter sow until the night temperatures reach 50 consistently, because that's when you can start doing all your summer crops outside and spring. You want your soil temperature for warm summer crops to be at least 60 degrees. So being able to winter sow and keep that greenhouse effect going long as you can is going to be healthy and beneficial for your plants. So come along, let's have some fun. And my dog Patches is going to help me. So back in the fall, I started collecting anything plastic that I had and putting them in these old feed bags. And my daughter and I have already done this much, and this much, and that much. And what I do is I leave these full of water. They are full of leaves, but I can't reach them right now. I'm 7 weeks post-op on a back surgery for a herniated disc. So the last 2 years have been absolute misery. It has not been very fun. But having this sunshine today is lifting my spirits. I'm walking around slowly. This is a trampoline. We leave it up all winter not just because we're lazy, but because sometimes we don't have very big snow winters. Here's my setup. I do have a walker that I get up a little bit higher because I am post-op back surgery. But anyway, I have potting soil, and I am doing a lot of the winter sowing jugs today. And I'm also potting up some oriental poppies. I just dropped that. Daylilies and dahlias I got from Costco. So let's have some fun. Let me set it up on a tripod. These ones. Joseph's Coat Amaranth. Yay! Let's do that one. And Feverfew. White Yarrow. Bachelor's Button. Alyssum. That was smart. I guess we'll do that one first. That one will go into there. So both of these are pincushion flowers. These are pincushion flowers that I collected. So they like light to germinate, so I honestly am gonna do this. And this is breaking up an actual pincushion flower. I'm just gonna make them a little flatter. I'm hoping these are the dark black ones. And then this one came from a friend. Formula Mix Gabiosa Pincushion Flower. So this is a mix. But that's an unknown unless it's the black. That makes more sense to like do this, but I overcrowd everything because that's boring. If it's all spaced out perfectly, just because it's easier to separate. Anything else in there? I don't think so. Now I'm gonna label. Thank you, Terry, if you're on the channel. So pincushion, so Scabiosa mix. 3, I think it's 25 today. And then this one is my own collected scab. I'm just gonna write Scabiosa, Eosa. I think they're black. That's I don't know. 3, wow, beautiful handwriting, 25. So I do this until I can add duct tape on it. I kind of want to assembly line those. I don't know if you can see this over here. You can't. Straw flower and fennel. I like to do that, make sure there's no seeds at the top. Maybe I should get closer so you can see what I did. Honestly, sprinkle. I do like to kind of pat it flat and get rid of any wood. Try to get you closer. Do you see those seeds? That's how I do it. Just sprinkle them in, guys. Just sprinkle them in. I've heard some good things about fennel. I'm gonna try some fennel. I got this in a trade or a seed swap last year. Come on, open. There we go. Just open it up and sprinkle in some fennel. Well, there weren't very many of those, but I think it's still gonna grow to be beautiful. Straw flower. And this is how I assembly line. I usually only do one at once, so pull it back. This is just a thin cookie sheet. I like to do it in the back. So I'll go zoop, twirl, twirl, twirl. And sometimes I do tuck it in. It makes it a little easier to, and if I get like 1.5 rounds is usually what I do. 1.5 rounds, then I go through and make sure it's all tight. And I pull up the next one. And like I said, I do like to tuck it in just a tad. And if I assembly line them, usually they have time to dry out. But I do like to take this little bit and make sure I go right at the back first. And I have that all crooked, but it doesn't really matter. So you go at the back, and then you twirl, 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 twirl. Reach up with it once, and about 1.5 times around. And you're able to just go real fast with it. All right, let me get the rest of these done. So it needs a dome like these. So I got it in there, and if you have it tight enough against the others, then it'll cause the humidity.